Where has common sense gone from the left on immigration? Especially when it's concerning these children. Really, are they just too stupid or too lazy to do even 10 seconds of critically thinking their policies through? The left might as well send out a communication to evil people or gang members, drug dealers, the human traffickers in South America, that all they need to do is abduct a child or a homeless teenager in Mexico, and once they get to the United States, we'll simply set them free. Let's start with the facts. 0 children have been separated from their parents at legal entry points into the United States. 0. If a family comes into the United States at a legal entry point, anywhere along the U.S. border, they are processed together and released into the United States. So if a family is truly coming to the United States as asylum seekers, they may legally enter any point of entry. They will be processed, given a later date to appear in court, and released into the United States. This fact is undisputed. It is only when adults and children are caught sneaking into the United States illegally outside of any of these legal points of entry that they may be separated. Because they are only separated when one of 2 major things are present. The adult is a wanted criminal, which means they have either been deported from the United States before or have a warrant out on them presently, either from the United States or from their home country. Or the adults and children do not have proof that the children are actually related to the adult, meaning there is a chance that this child is being trafficked. This is something I would think all Americans should agree upon. We should err on the side of the safety and security of the child. Now let's get down to actual numbers of children being separated from adults. Of the 1,300 children detained in Texas right now, 1,230 of these came across the border as unaccompanied minors. Only 70 of the 1,300 children detained in Texas right now came across with an adult. And again, in every single one of these cases, they did not have proof that they were related to the adult that was accompanying them. And every single one, there is a detainment warrant for the adult. So, they have either committed a crime inside the United States or their home country, or the United States Intelligence Agency suspect them of having terrorist ties. Now let's get to the law. The Refugee Protection Act of 1967, which was updated in 1980, offers protections to any family seeking asylum. They simply need to apply for asylum at a legal point of entry, which is any manned border crossing along the border, any airport, any marina that planes or ships come into the United States. Basically, these families simply need to register with the government and let them know they would like to start the legal process of entering the United States. Why hasn't the mainstream media reported on these facts? The left and the mainstream media are literally asking the Department of Homeland Security to treat people sneaking into the country anywhere along the border the same as if they were coming to a legal point of entry. These two things are simply not the same. There is a reason most of these people are sneaking into the country and not legally presenting themselves at legal border crossings. And the chief concern among them is human smuggling. And I side with the government in protecting the children here. How can just plain old common sense automatically point to the obvious evil corruption that may follow here? Any drug dealer, any gang would simply need to kidnap a child or take a homeless teenager off the streets of Mexico and bring them along on their illegal journey. If they get caught, the Homeland Security Department's supposed to just simply let them go because they have a child with them. Wake up, you idiots. Where has your common sense gone? You are pushing for a policy that would endanger thousands of children all over America. But you refuse to even contemplate the thought, because if you did, for even 30 seconds, you would see that I am right. And what you are calling for is actually evil. You might as well send out a communication to the evil in South America and Mexico and simply let them know that they just need to abduct a child before their illegal entry into the United States, and they will be set free once or if they are caught. How can you not see an explosion in kidnapping in Mexico if this were to become America's policy? Wake up, people. Wake up.